morning, guys. I'm heading to my chemo appointment. It's early today. I like the early appointments because the crowd doesn't come in quite yet. So I'm hoping to get in and get back there in the back, have my numbers checked, and see if I can do this chemo today. So if you're going to pray this morning, if you see this, pray that God's in the lead, that if He wants me to do it, He'll load me up. If not, He'll turn me away. It would be nice to get it over with, to be honest, but it landing on Easter weekend wasn't my favorite thing. Sorry, I know the light's bad and I'm trying to drive. Ooh, and it's sunshiny. But anyway, the next couple weeks are going to be kind of crazy. I have got, sorry, the sunshine is out of the sun. I've got, my chemo today. Next week will be kind of starting my new job next week. Very lightly though, just 7 right now, and I'm super excited to do this. I'm really excited, and I'm grateful for the church. Not many people hire a cancer patient and work with them, so it says a lot about them and their integrity, and I'm grateful. So I'm going to try to squeeze that in when I can. Obviously it goes, radiation shouldn't be too bad, but this chemo is going to be icky. But they're aware of that. Like I said, they know, and they're just so wonderful. So then I'll start the chemotherapy, and I'll start the radiation, and that'll take 5 weeks. We're going to start at 3 weeks out from my chemo, so whenever I do the chemo, it'll be 3 weeks later. And I'll be done, guys. I've done all I can do. The doctors have done all they can do. There's really nothing else to be done. And I'm sorry, I was looking to see if this was running. And that's it. From here on out, if you could just pray, if when I do the chemo, the symptoms are minimal. I took my extra steroids, so I'm going to like a little puffer fish here again. It'll go away, but it's just so disheartening to look in the mirror and see chubby cheeks, but it's temporary. And then the radiation they're giving me, even though I'm only doing it 1 day a week, 5 times, it's high dose, and he said the fatigue is going to be up there with this. It wasn't last time, but I was lasered, for lack of a better word. This one's going to have to be done internally because of where the reoccurrence for this cancer normally happens. So anyway, and I'm doing a CT scan. Please say a little prayer that I don't light up. I know scanxiety for the next year is going to be difficult. I'm trying not to worry about it. I've just decided I don't want to live under an umbrella of fear because of this cancer. But it still haunts me in the back of my head. It's I don't think about it every day, but I'm sure when I know it's time for my scans, it's going to bring it back in the front. I'll be thinking about it. I'm going to do them every 6 months instead of every 3, which I don't know if that's good or bad, but the rare specialist in Atlanta said that's how he wants to do it, so that's what we're going to do. I guess I don't know. I have to trust them. So that's where things stand for me. It's going to be crazy next 2 months, but I think it's going to start smoothing out. I think my energy will come back. At the end of the day, it's like I can pull a plug. It's like pulling the drain, like we used to in our tubs, and I can just literally feel the energy just. And I'm so tired. And again, for me, I like to be able to get up at 7 and go all day long. And it'll come back, but it's, kind of frustrating, but it's okay. So anyway, that is my day. Gracious, the lights here are blinking. So I hope your day's great. If you are coming behind me doing this cancer treatment, you've watched me, and you know that it hasn't always been pretty. It's not going to be pretty for you every time. Some days you're going to have great days, some days you're going to feel normal. Plenty of days you're not. Be kind to yourself. You are not abnormal. Don't feel like a outsider wherever you go. I think sometimes doing cancer treatments, if you're like me, you balloon up, you don't look the same, your hair is gone, you're tired, you try to do what you used to do, but it's just you're always, I always feel like I'm just out of sync. And it's temporary. Just keep telling yourself it's temporary. Keep pushing, keep doing your treatments, keep doing what the doctors tell you to do. I do take supplements, and I just feel like it's important for me to keep my body strength up while I'm doing this. If you don't do anything else but do bone broth at night, just like half a cup of bone broth. Do not boil it, because you'll boil the goodness out of it, but you just get it warm, but not to boil. And you drink that every night. It's important to keep your stomach where it needs to be, because at some point you're banking on the fact that you're going to beat this for now and hopefully for good. But you need to be somewhat on the healthy side, because the chemo has stripped you of a lot. But it has to be that way to get rid of the cancer. So be mindful of what you eat. Try to stay away from boxed things if you can. I stay away from faucet water. I don't do fluoride in my toothpaste, and I don't do fluoride in my water. It's just my personal preference. I don't think if you read the research done on fluoride, it makes your bones brittle. And when you're doing chemo, you already got an issue with your bones. Why double dose it? But that's just me. You do you. It's just food for thought, and something you might want to research down the road. But there is life after cancer, so don't give up. Even on the hard days, find somebody who's done it, who's gone through cancer, who you can talk to. Your family loves you, your church family loves you, your friends love you, but unless they have walked in this walk, it's hard for them to understand when you say you're tired, that it's debilitating tired, usually, that you need to go lay down. When they say they're tired, they can still go, you know. So be selective. It's not that I'm not telling you not to talk to your family and friends, don't take it that way, but sometimes talking to somebody who's experienced this can understand it just a little bit better than someone who doesn't or hasn't. So, you know, look for good support groups. I'm trying to start one here locally for cancer victims, and we are victims, sadly, and survivors, and just a place to meet where we can laugh and be more like a part of a group, because we're going through something that's different. But it's kind of like a spurn off from the blue zone, if you will. You know, we're going to have good food. I don't want to box nothing showing up. If you can't, you know, make some macaroni and cheese the healthy way, don't do it. But just for people to come out and fellowship a little bit, exercise, walk if you can. But that's where I've come with the end of this, that I think maybe that's where I can find my niche, is helping other people. Because when you get done with cancer treatments, they say, bye, it's great, glad you're better, see you later. And that's nice, but they don't tell you what do you do now. Where I live, they've let go of all the dietitians, so that you really have nothing to fall back on. But I'm a vegan. I try to eat well. Sometimes I eat oil when I shouldn't, but I can go into all that all day long. Research a good eating plan for you. Vegan isn't for everybody, but if I can get my protein from chickpeas and black peas, I'm okay with that. But anyway, big hugs to y'all. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you stay focused. I hope you strive to put good, positive people in your life, not people that bring you down and raise your stress level. It's not healthy. It's not good for you. And it's not that you're being mean. I've had to cut ties here recently, and it's not because I don't care about people. I cannot usurp my day worrying about negativity and people who don't get what I'm going through. And it's okay. I'm not angry. I'm not mad. I miss them, but right now I have to do what I have to do to survive. And my stress level is sometimes off the chain due to myself. But that's when you pick and choose what you want in your life. Handle what you need to handle. Don't walk away from something. Don't hide from something. Go ahead and deal with that bill that needs to be paid. Try to get on a payment plan. You know, it will ease your stress level. There is a solution to most things, even if they're not the ones we want, of having to say goodbye to somebody for right now. Anyway, my food for thought. I'm super excited. It's my last one, and I could get up and do a happy dance. I would. We'll see. I'm almost there, so we'll see what's what today. Anyway, I pray for you guys coming behind me doing this. It's not easy, and you are strong. Be mindful and sleep when you need to, rest when you need to. This is your life you're fighting for, not Susie's and not John's. It's yours, and you need to do what you need to do to get better. So I'm praying for you. Big hugs to y'all.